Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright and this is an energy healing recap where I tell you in detail what I did in today's group energy healing. Today is Tuesday, December 25th, 2017, and since it's Tuesday, this was the third of the set of 3 healings called the Triplet Group Energy Healing set. And so I looked a lot. Oh, and it is for 61 participants because the angels had me add somebody in for the second and third healings. I looked at what people needed today, obviously, to determine what the healing would be. And today's healing, the theme of it supported the overall theme of the set. The theme of the set is to let go of the past and be more in the present. So today's healing, in order to help people with that, it was fine-tuning the fit of the spirit into the body, because we solved so many big problems with the first 2 healings. We got people so much more safe with this gold energy sandstorm technique that we used in the Sunday healing, which is a video. I mean, of course, people have their gold energy aura buffer zones, which is its own video, which helps with safety. But the level of cleanouts that people got and angel cleanouts. So there really wasn't much of a safety issue for today with people. And there wasn't much like holding them in the past. I mean, you can always do more, but so their spirit was safe enough to be present and they had enough of their access to their energy to be present. So then this healing was fine-tuning, is what I call it. Fine-tuning, you know, the fit of the spirit into the body. Today's healing was 25 minutes long. And oh, and what I will say too is I would say that today's healing is also maybe like a mini preview of the triplet healing set that's coming in February, the February 2nd set, I believe it is. That one is like flow and presence, chakras, chakra rivers, aura, grounding. And so the level of detail of, you know, really tending to people's flow, I think is going to be, it's like the cousin. It's a whole set that is sort of, I think, similar to today's healing. So if you like today's healing, you definitely like that set. I mean, who wouldn't like that set? Because the more flow and presence you have, the better you feel. But anyway, okay, so today's healing could be described in 5 steps, although it was very, it was more improvisational in nature when I was doing it. So you'll understand as I explain. So step 1, this time, since today's healing was going to be really fine-tuning, I needed to just, you know, not introduce a lot of extra energy. I just needed to comb through people's energy field and help them just kind of expand their energy and get it flowing better, so that they could release more. Because the idea is to get a good fit into your physical body chakras. Like people's spirit body chakras were in pretty good shape after the first 2 healings that they had gotten. So in order to have good fit, there's fine tuning where, like, say your 7th chakra of your spirit has like all this flow and presence, and your 7th chakra in your body, maybe it, you know, as you try to come in with this extra amount of energy that you have, because we cleared expectations, we cleared things that were holding you in the past, we cleared so much that everyone's spirit, and that divine gold sandstorm that we did on Sunday, all that stuff gave people a lot more energy, particularly on a spirit level, but also on a body level. But when you come in, it it just kind of kicks up some dust because you're ready to get more present than you have been in the past. Because you're safer, because your buffer zones, you're safer because the divine gold sandstorm kicked out so much foreign energy that you're ready to come in deeper. So when you come in deeper, you know, a lot of times you just need a little bit of fine tuning, which is what I call. So basically this whole healing, it was physical body chakra healing. All 7 of the chakras along the physical body spine, as opposed to the 7 chakras of the spirit body spine. Okay, because you do have 2 sets. I would say fine tuning can be any kind of place in your energy system, spirit or body. So for starters, in step 1, I was just combing through the whole grounding and aura and getting a sense of it, because that's what I was going towards, is that good fit. I want everyone to have a really good fit in all their chakras, all their body chakras, right? So if you have a copy of your aura out in front of you, your whole aura, and then just comb through the whole thing. And specifically, I did comb through both the spirit body aura separate from the physical body aura, just so I could get a sense and confirm what I had read in advance, that the TLC needed, the care needed, was with the physical body's aura. So if you want, just for your own reference, you could have an intuitive little checkout of your own and see if your spirit body's aura, like generally it's like when you comb through it, it's like you feel a level of resistance or like pushback if it's kind of chunky and stuck. Whereas if it's nice and flowing, it's sort of like whoosh, whoosh, like satiny on your fingers. You know, so when you comb through your spirit body aura, you know, you're just using gold light from these energy centers, fingertip chakras in the tips of each finger, and then the hand chakra. And with your intention, you set them to gold light. They're always generating energy, but you can kind of amp them up, open up the round openings more, and just let them generate lots of gold light. Set it with your intention to gold, healing energy. And so comb through your spirit body aura, which I did a little bit in the healing. You can move that one out in front of you, your spirit body aura. And it's just a round bubble out in front of you that you create with your intention. You say, okay, this represents my spirit body aura. This is a copy, a live copy. Okay. And in particular, like with fine tuning, sometimes, you know, very top and very bottom of the layer is, particularly 7th layer, is where it's gonna get a little clogged up. So I did that for people. I imagine an enlarged version of the top of their 7th layer. And you can do that too. So an enlarged version of the top of your 7th layer. And just see if you can feel like, because probably there are some energy blocks, they could be like paper thin. But, you know, just making a large copy of that part of your 7th layer, which in real size, maybe like that wide up there. But, you know, you can make it real big so you can feel the energy blocks, feel for them, and just melt them away with gold light. And also purple earth energy. I brought up purple earth energy from the center of the earth. And just soaked the energy blocks and that whole area of the very top of the 7th layer of the physical body aura with purple earth energy and gold light. But so if you're getting sleepy as you comb through the top part of your body's physical aura up there, just, you know, you give yourself a little love pat, you know, or wiggle your toes, touch your fingers, come back to your body. What that is you basically got a little bit triggered by some energy block, maybe up here. And so you can just use extra gold light, but first come back. You got to come back first. If you're like, whoa, and you pop out, you're just going to be spacey and not do much. So you got to come back first if you notice that. If you notice that, you know, you feel like a little off or tired, you know, just always come back first, okay? All right, so then clean that out up there because you want the energy to flow up really nicely from your 7th chakra all the way up to the top here, and then it flows down. I have a 3-video set, which is good background for people who don't understand this stuff already, called 7 Chakras, Aura Layers, Flow. Again, that is 7 Chakras, Aura Layers, Flow, and it's a playlist. If I remember, I will definitely link it at the end of this video. Okay, cool. So, so as I said, I'm just combing through. I did a little bit of combing on the grounding, which I haven't used this term in a long time, but to melt away rugs. Because usually if I do a tricolor soak, that takes care of them. But rugs are flat energy blocks towards the bottom of your grounding that kind of plug up the grounding so that, you know, because the center of the earth has this natural downward suction, so that it's just nice. It just kind of helps you release. But if you have these, it's easy to get like a little buildup of energy blocks at the bottom, and people did have a little bit. So since I wasn't going to do the tricolor soak to flush it out, I just used some gold light at the very bottom of the grounding after combing through. So make a copy of your grounding out in front of you. Your grounding is, you know, wide and it goes down to the center of the earth. If it doesn't, just recreate it right now. Just make a big red, orange, or yellow grounding for yourself right now. And then just comb through it. And then at the bottom, you may have a bunch of energy blocks. And if you can't see, just assume you have them and just melt them away with gold light. Ha 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 ha. And people had like piles of energy blocks in their grounding, like in the middle of their grounding. And again, maybe the tricolor soak would have flushed all that out. But since we weren't doing the soak, I just took a moment to comb through the pile of energy blocks in the middle of people's grounding. And just melt that. Because I just wanted, and I checked the bottom of all the layers of the aura and the top of all the layers of the aura, just, you know. So like the top is above your head and then the bottom is below your body. So depending on how you're seated, you know, if you're seated like this, then it's below your legs right there. But otherwise it's below your feet if you're standing. So anyway, I just combed all that. Today's healing was very improvisational. So I had been focusing more on the 7th layer, and I knew I was going to do this sort of fine-tuning stuff, but it went right into working on the 7th chakra. So for example, let's imagine that it's a nice purple. This is my new model for a chakra. Because chakras, they generate light, you know, and so they actually glow. So when they don't have a lot of gucky energy blocks sort of caked around the outside, they really do have a glowing color to them. So anyway, let's imagine that this is the 7th chakra in the top of the head, right? And so the spirit one is nice and clear and flowing, and it's open on both round ends, by the way, right? This is a bigger than the real chakra in the top of the head. Is like, it's little, it's like there. It's little, but really powerful. It's right in there. Because that way it doesn't get in the way of the 6th chakra, 3rd eye, which is right here. So, but anyway, so it's little but powerful right there. But this is the big version, okay? So this is the physical body version, physical body 7th, and then the spirit 7th is, you have also, and it's identical in shape. Right? But say that the spirit one's so much more flowing than the physical one, and the physical one just has, you know, when you want to come in, it just all of a sudden there's a stack of energy blocks above it. It's because, like I said, you're kind of kicking up dust by coming in even more than before. And so there's just a stack of energy blocks right here, you know, and so you can use gold light. So go ahead, imagine that. If you imagine a copy of your physical body 7th chakra out in front of you and make it purple. Sorry that the purple doesn't travel this whole length. It's supposed to be purple the whole length, not purple and white. No. So set your copy of your 7th chakra out in front of you to your favorite shade of purple. And then just imagine like you need to clear enough so that your spirit one can come in so comfortably and just like click in, and it's like, ah, it feels so good. You don't want any sort of like you're getting into jeans that don't fit right, you know. So so you just heal extra like around the outside of the physical body 7th, and maybe above and below, because you need great flow right here too, because this is an open end. And so energy in your 7th chakra, energy flows in from the bottom and through and out the top. So these ends, they got to be really open and flowing. This has to be nice and purple, not caked on with gook. If you imagine a copy of your physical body, 7th chakra out in front of you, just imagine the energy blocks that kind of wrap around the outside of it that would be nice for you to clear right now. Gentle, healthy and gentle. We always do it like that, right? So what would be healthy and gentle for me to clear right now that is, you know, caked around the outside of my 7th chakra of my physical body, and just melt that away. And sometimes I just use gold light like this from my hands. And then other times, a little bit later on, I did use a divine gold sandstorm to heal the 7th chakra, but that was later. At first, I just did it like this. And I just, you know, like for me right now, I have like 3, it's like 3 ply, you know, black little coatings around the outside of my physical 7th chakra that are black. They're pretty thin, just because I've, you know, healed myself a lot today. So I'm just going to take a moment as I demo this for you to heal that, to clear it. So the more gold light I use, the more they just melt away. And if yours don't melt away, it could be that there are energy cords going into these, you know, these caked on energy blocks. And so just extra gold light at the top and the bottom, just to get rid of all the energy cords. The top round opening of your 7th and the bottom round opening of your 7th. Because your 7th is oriented differently. It's oriented like this, where 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are oriented this way. Okay, so it's a little weirder to teach this because it's like it was so improvisational. I just sensed what people needed at that time. So I guess that's what you should do right now. You know, as you sense your 7th chakra, go ahead and see, okay, how well do I fit in? Like imagine your spirit 7th, imagine your physical 7th, and then just imagine the fit. Because for me, it's like when I fit in, I can fit in a little deeper now because I got rid of those shells around the outside of my 7th. But then now there's like this big stack of energy blocks on the top part of my 7th chakra that just got, you know, kicked up. They're like, you know, they need to release so that I'm really much more comfortable here. So for me, there are about 18 energy blocks right here. You know, just real thin ones right here. And for me, they're actually mostly white, but sometimes they're black. It doesn't matter. Usually energy blocks are like extreme vibrations like that, you know, so white is super high vibration, like too high to be comfortable, and black is super low vibration, too low to be comfortable. So anyway, just since mine are white, I'm for sure going to bring up purple earth energy from the center of the earth with my intention, and just soak this stack of energy blocks here with the purple earth energy. And I'm going to use gold light and make sure that there are no energy cords going into these energy blocks. And as I do that, the more cords I melt away, the more this stack of energy blocks melts. And it's kind of like round, I don't know, like drink coasters or something, you know, that all stack up. And then I just clear them, clear them, clear them, clear them. So now go ahead and just test the fit again, like get a sense of your 7th chakra and how much it flows of your spirit body, and a sense of your physical body 7th and how much it flows, and then just kind of get that sense of if you're fitting in, if you're really coming in, like what's the fit like now? Because you could, I don't know if you sense as much as I do, but you could get a sense of like, it's like it spins and it fits in real nice, and then you feel like the flow that goes, you know, in the bottom and out the top. So as you feel your copy, you know, you can feel this upward movement, and you can also feel like the vibration of the flow of the spinning. But I mean, you know, if you don't feel that, that's okay. But you just sense like, okay, is it good enough fit now? Not good enough fit now? You know, like do it that way. And then if it's not good enough fit now, it could be a stack of energy blocks in the top, or the bottom, or around here. Okay, so it's multiple choice, right? Intuition is always easier when it's multiple choice. So what do you need to clear next? Do you need to clear a stack below here? Do you need to clear more guk that's wrapped around here? Or do you need to clear more guk, meaning energy blocks? Or do you need to clear more up here? So since we've already done an example of this and this, let's say probably you have some energy blocks beneath the 7th chakra and since the energy has to flow in this way, it does create like a weird stress if your energy flow has to go through these energy blocks. So imagine a copy of and it can be really enlarged so you can comb through it more easily because it's actually pretty tiny. So just take a big copy out in front of you, and I did do this for people. There was like a big stack of energy blocks underneath as well, and so I helped melt those away. And again, this is what I would call fine-tuning. So it could be that you're just not, like, you might have to upgrade your intuition, you know, which to a super newbie is going to feel like you're faking it. So be it. Just go ahead and fake it. You're not really faking it, but since newbies doubt everything, just, you know, whatever, so be it. You're going to fake it now. But so for me, under here, I have like about 7 energy blocks underneath the 7th chakra of my physical 7th. And they're black. And so I'm just going to use gold light and comb through them and melt away any energy cords going into them. And again, they're flat, like maybe like little drink coasters underneath here. Flat and, you know, and circular shaped. I guess they don't have to be, but a lot of times in the fine-tuning stuff, they're pretty thin. So I'm just melting them away. I only have 2 left now. And of course, the less you try, the more present you are, the better it works. So just relax. Deep breath. There we go. So I cleared mine from under there. Sometimes, you know, you clear some and then there's more that sort of unrepressed that you have to clear again. So I checked for that, but I don't have any. Yeah, I have like 2 more that just, you know, unrepressed since there was better flow. So I'm gonna clear those 2. That's nice. So again, and I'm gonna check up here because now my fit is even better. And so, yeah, sure enough, I have like 7 up here. And again, those weren't there before. That's the funny thing, like sometimes people are like, I melt away energy blocks, but then I check again and they're still there. It's like, no, you got the old ones. It's very like, this is fine-tuning work. You know, you clear some and then your spirit and your body fits in better and then you unrepress even more. So it looks like maybe you didn't do any work because you see more energy blocks, but you're doing work, I promise. So now I have 4, and these are black in color vibration, you know, so a very slow moving vibration. I'm just gonna comb through them with gold light, melt away energy cords going into them. And again, this is because I have a copy out here, a live copy of my physical body 7th chakra from the top of my head. And I'm just combing through. Now I only have 2. Now I only have 1. There's some energy cords going into this one, which is why it's still here. So I'm just using gold light. If I want, I can use the purple earth energy too. Yeah, that helps. That's nice. So then just kind of, you know, I mean, you can feel the fit difference, but just kind of get a sense of your physical 7th and your spirit 7th, just intuitively, you know, with copies out in front of you. And then the fit, you know, as you come in. You know, just get a sense of that, and how nice is that flow of energy going in the bottom of your 7th and out the top of your 7th. And then what I did for people is, oh, I did another thing too to clear these stacks of energy blocks because, you know, more keep unrepressing. I mean, even I have like 3 up here still, again, I mean 3 new ones, not still, new ones, and then 4 new ones down here. And again, this is definitely fine-tuning work. I mean, I feel fantastic already, you know, but there's always like more. If you tune your intuition, if you tune your, you know, intention, you can always find more to clear, and then you fit better and better and better and better, which is kind of fun. It's like energy geek fun. But anyway, so another thing I did, which was quite fun, because technically here and here, this flow going in the bottom and the flow going out the top, those are what I call chakra rivers. So a river, like, you know, a river of flowing water, this is like a river of flowing energy. And so I don't have a Chakra Rivers video per se, but I think that playlist, that 3-video playlist that I was talking about already, the seven chakras aura layers flow, is the closest that I have to a Chakra Rivers video. And that may be, you know, I mean, because you need to understand all of them and their location and the direction of flow to understand where the rivers are. But for your 7th, since we've been talking about it so much, and really that's the chakra that we healed the most in this healing, was the 7th chakra. The chakra river, this one goes from the 7th upward to the 7th layer. So that little flow there through all these layers, it's like a flow of 7th chakra purple energy that goes up to your 7th layer. So I call that your 7th chakra river, the upper 7th chakra river. And then this is also another river. This is a huge river, a very long river, let's say. It goes from your 7th layer underneath your feet, the bottom of your 7th layer, all the way up into the bottom of your 7th chakra. So that's a very long chakra river. Your lower 7th chakra river is like longer than your whole body, you know, because your 7th chakra is really doing that, pulling up all this energy from your 7th layer upward. It's like your chakras are motors, and so it pulls up. So that's a chakra river, that whole length from the bottom of your 7th layer all the way up to your 7th chakra. So you have 2 rivers for your 7th chakra, one here and one here. So one very long purple river and one, you know, purple river like that. And then of course you have your 7th layer, which is purple, right? So your 7th layer flows downward to this chakra river that pulls it back up. And then your 7th chakra spins it back out to this river that goes upward. And then your 7th layer takes it all back down again. So it's 7th layer, river upward, 7th layer downward. So anyway, that's, so what I did is I used a sandstorm, a divine gold sandstorm, which is explained in the Sunday videos. There's, I think part 2 of the Sunday recap is called, no, part 1 of the Sunday recap, which is December 23rd. Energy healing recap. It says Divine Gold Sandstorm in the title. That name could not be any cooler for that technique, Divine Gold Sandstorm. But anyway, it's pretty early in that video, and it's only like a 24-26 minute video, so I definitely recommend that video, Divine Gold Sandstorm. But anyway, so we use, in this healing, I used a Divine Gold Sandstorm to heal the chakra rivers. Particularly for the 7th chakra, but also the 5th chakra, throat chakra, and also, well, also for the 1st chakra, just the 1st layer of the aura. I used Divine Gold Sandstorms. It was very, very fun. So Divine Gold Sandstorm, you just imagine like whirring gold light. And for me, I'm healing other people, so I use Universal Gold Light. For you, it could be Universal Gold Light or your own gold energy, same difference because it's in your energy field. But the idea is, so for this chakra river that goes upward to your 7th layer, you just generate with your hands or your intention this sandstorm of gold energy, a divine gold sandstorm, and whatever energy is in there that you want to clear or release or get rid of, you just, you know, give it the sandstorm treatment, and that gold worrying energy, the gold spinning energy is just gonna, you know, and your angels help you, and they're just gonna get out anything that is not you, you know, with the sandstorm. So the sandstorm kind of like sends it out of your energy field to your angels. And then if it's just plain old energy blocks, I mean, a lot of times it's not all your energy though. There could be somebody else's energy. So it's starting to dissolve the energy blocks. And since it is gold light, it can help you clear your resistance. So even if it is just you being stuck on you, you know, helps you get over yourself. So I did that. I did a gold sandstorm on the upper chakra river for the 7th chakra and a divine gold sandstorm on the lower 7th chakra river. The one, like I said, that goes from the bottom of the 7th layer all the way up to the bottom of the 7th chakra. So anyway, you can imagine that bottom 7th chakra river out in front of you, the long one that goes from the bottom of your 7th layer all the way up to the bottom of your 7th chakra. And just imagine, obviously a mini version in this case, out in front of you, and just use divine gold sandstorm, because you want it to be just purple flowing energy upward. You don't want, like, you know, black or white or whatever energy blocks in there. So just use divine gold sandstorm and just surround the, you know, with your hands, just make sure it's a real strong divine gold sandstorm. So anything that's not you can, you know, get sent out to your angels. And then anything that, you know, you need to melt, you can melt it with the divine gold sandstorm. That is pretty thorough. Okay, cool. So, and then another thing I did a lot. Another thing I did with the 7th chakra and with the 5th chakra and the 1st chakra is I repaired some damage, some chakra damage, which technically is maybe like more damage control than fine tuning. But sometimes even with fine tuning, there'll be little itty bitty damage that you clear, you know, that you heal. So at yeah, pretty much all around. Yeah, this round opening and then this round opening of the 7th chakra, I just used gold light, and with my intention, I just kind of looked for, and you can do that now with yours, your copy out in front of you of your physical body 7th, and just your intention, of course, melt away all the cords. And a lot of times the cords are going into little damaged areas, like little chips missing. So you just use gold light, and just with your intention, you just melt them back together. You know, let the gold light clean out that little damaged area, and let the gold light heal it up. So for me, I do have like, I call it like 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, you know, like these ends of my top of my 7th. I have little tiny, they're pretty small, but with fine tuning you do small work too. Just little grooves that shouldn't be there. So I'm just using gold light to heal, and there are little black energy cords going into them. So I'm gonna melt away the cords first, and then, yeah, then there's another set of energy cords. Pairs of cords. A lot of times people cord you in a pair at once. Not just one energy cord, they'll cord you a pair. So anyway, I just helped. I'm just, in this example, I'm doing it on myself, and you do it on yourself, right? So just melt away any cords, yeah. So that'll finish up the healing. Because once the cords are gone, and then you keep sending gold light, the surface of the chakra repairs, and then it's like even smoother than it was. And then maybe you have them on the sides, which I call 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock, as if it's a clock, you know, a round clock. So I have, I just have a pair of cords here. I don't have any damage on my sides, but just use gold light if you have cords. And again, a pair of cords is very common. So rather than just, you know, your neighbor, or you, let's say, this one is from one of my genetic sisters. So I'm just melting away the pair of cords from her. It's just an example, but they're at a white vibration. It's kind of like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? So it's this white, really high vibration, judgmental, you know, blah, blah, blah. So just lots of gold light, and just melt them away. There. And then oftentimes that just makes you fit in a lot better. Like I can feel my facial tension reducing. So then I fit better, but then, like I said, with fine tuning, you have more energy blocks to clear up here and beneath here, because now you're more present. And like for me, like I'm kicking up like energy blocks from this genetic sister of mine from when I was like 4, 5, and 6 years old, like different little nagging things that she put in my 7th chakra at that time. So just melt them away, melt them away. There you go. Or you can just do a gold sandstorm, divine gold sandstorm around the whole chakra, which I did do for people. Like do the top river and the chakra and the bottom river of your 7th chakra. It's super cool. And then I don't think I did this, but you can do it, a divine gold sandstorm on just your 7th layer, which is like really cool. The 7th layer is the outermost layer of your aura. So just have the copy out in front of you of your aura and just have the divine gold sandstorm in just the 7th layer. Okay, cool. So basically, you know, the whole healing so far is I was combing through the whole aura and the grounding, and then I did 7th chakra work and 7th chakra river work and 7th layer work and 7th chakra repair work, and that was 14 minutes of the healing, of the 25-minute healing. So that was more than half of the healing already. And it will be easier to explain from here on out, because that's the most, well, because a lot of the other things I just did all what I just said, but on the throat chakra then. The next one I did was the throat chakra, because in the interest of time, I didn't want to do that level of detail on every single chakra, although that is cool to do, and go for it if you want. You could just re-listen to that part of the recap and do it with a different chakra, you know, like just write out 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do a checklist if you want, I mean, you know, whatever. But also what you can do though, because we all have lives, you know, and you don't have time usually to do this level of fine tuning on every single chakra every single time. So you just kind of notice like, okay, well, is my 6th a good fit now? My 6th chakra. Because a lot of times if you're in your 7th really well now, which you are if you just did that healing, then your 6th might be fine, you know, because it's like you click in fine, and then maybe this one wasn't the problem. Like for the participants, it wasn't the problem. The 6th was not the problem. So they clicked in pretty well to their 6th, third eye at that point. So I didn't have to do anything to their third eye, the 6th chakra. And then their throat chakra though, they needed help. So throat chakra is inner voice, communicating with angels, peace of mind, you know, communication with self and others, both. So a lot of times holidays, you know, people are kind of invasive with their opinions and their communication. So I wasn't really shocked that the throat chakra needed help. But anyway, I'm not going to go into huge detail about it, because you can just listen to this whole recap and listen to that part and repeat it and do it for your throat chakra. But I did, again, the river, you know, for your throat chakra, and 6 through 1, the river, the front, there's a front river and a back river, right? So your front river of your 5th chakra goes from your 5th layer in, and then the back river goes from the back of the 5th chakra out to the 5th layer, right? And then the flow comes back around, and then front river, back river, aura layer, front river, back river, aura layer, right? And that the aura layer flows all from the back to the front in all directions. Hey, those are my dogs. Anyway, so I did all that with the throat chakra. I melted away cords, I melted away stuff around the sides, I melted away energy blocks in the front and the back, and I did Divine Gold Sandstorm on the chakra rivers, the front chakra river of the throat chakra and the back chakra river of the throat chakra. And I did extra repair, particularly in the back of the throat chakra, which again, like I said, did not surprise me, because, you know, some people just aren't that nice around the holidays. So let's see if I need any repair in the back of my 5th chakra. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's sort of like these jagged pieces missing in the back of, like, if this is the back, it's supposed to be round opening back here, but anyway, I have like right there, like just little jagged pieces missing, just little ones. But so you can just imagine the back of your physical fifth chakra and just, you know, extra gold light. Melt away all the cords going into them. Because sometimes you get cords going into the damaged parts especially. And then just keep with the gold light, keep going, and then it'll just kind of start growing back. And then as it grows back, your spirit gets more present, which kicks out more energy blocks. Again, this is a fine-tuning level. Where now I have, you know, 10 energy blocks in the front that I can melt, and they're gone now, and I have 4 in the back that I can melt. And that just gives me, like, you know, a really nice fit. It's like you just, life just feels different. The more you do fine-tuning kind of work. It's cool. So anyway, that was the fifth chakra stuff. And then the healing was almost over at that point. I did first chakra work, and first chakra is at the base of the spine. And there's no real river for the first chakra because the first layer is right up against the body. So there's no like distance. It's just first layer and first chakra, first layer and first chakra, because it comes in the front and goes out the back. So it's all aura flow. There's no river per se. So, so I did the same kind of healing on the first chakra because that was the one that people needed the most beyond the seventh and the throat chakra was the first chakra. So I did, you know, I melted away some of these energy blocks. I melted away, you know, in front and in back because you can still get, for sure, energy blocks right in front and right in back, but they're not really in a river. They're just in your first layer, in the front and in the back. So I definitely, you know, I use a gold sandstorm with people. So imagine your copy of your physical body's first chakra out in front of you. This is the front of your body, this is the back of your body. And just do a divine gold sandstorm and just melt away cords, energy blocks all around and inside there. And then your first layer of your aura, I did that too. So your whole first layer of your aura all the way around your physical body's first layer, I did divine gold sandstorm there too. So I just surrounded the first layer with lots and lots of gold energy in that sandstorm sort of method so that it just sends out whatever you're ready to let go of to your angels, which was super, super cool. And then I had people redo their gold energy aura buffer zones. And, you know, I didn't mention that as a step, it was supposed to be step 2 of this healing, but I ended up, like I said, it got so improv that one step melted into another. So it is what it is. So halfway when I was working on people's 7th layers, I asked people to redo their gold energy aura buffer zones. And then, but right now at the end, right before the end, I asked people again to redo their gold energy aura buffer zones. So if you're watching this and you still haven't watched the gold energy aura buffer zones video, you don't know what they are, it's okay. Your angels do know what they are. So just ask your angels, hey, can you redo my gold energy aura buffer zones? And they will. But that video is, I would say, gonna really pay off if you watch it. Gold energy aura buffer zones is, I think it's a 16-minute video and it includes aura healing in it, which is nice. And it's in the quick techniques playlist. So the end of the healing, and you know, if you're feeling tired right now, just do a tricolor soak, tricolor earth energy soak. It's a 6-minute video, but I'm not gonna walk you through it because in the healing, we didn't do it. We didn't need it. I mean, it was pretty impressive. People were just jamming with that. I don't know if it's because the divine gold sandstorm is just a more efficient technique or something, or the angels were helping extra. I don't know. But anyway, so the next step is the last step, which is just an angel clean out, healing, and blessing. So it was sort of all purpose, but that's what my angels said to do. So, you know, and in the interest of time, that was really what we had time for anyway. So go ahead and do that right now. Just ask your angels, hi angels, you know, in your mind, angels, and you're talking to your angels, please give me an angel clean out, healing, and blessing. And just keep breathing, and as they're doing it, just let go. Just let go. Just let the gold light from your angels heal you. And again, if you didn't catch it, what we did is we asked our angels to give us a healing and a clean out and a blessing. Okay. So it could be that your healing, clean out, and blessing is still going on, but you don't need to watch this video for it to keep going because your angels know how much you need. They're great that way. So that's all we did in today's healing. And so now you know a lot more about how to fine tune your fit of your spirit into your physical body. Because now that, you know, with all these techniques, you could be more safe and flowing and less stuck in the past and the future, then, you know, that's next, is to do fine tuning so that you fit in even more comfortably into your own skin. Okay, bye.